Yo, what up, aliens? How we doing this fine Sunday morning? Still here? Oh, no, I'm bugging. It's just afternoon, 12:40ish over here on the East Coast. How's everybody doing? Give it a couple seconds. Hopefully, I have some people checking in today. Talk about a couple things, quick things. It's a Sunday. Want to celebrate some of this with my family. Go out there. We're still gonna have a nice Sunday brunch to come. Some waffles is making. All right. Salute to everybody, yo. Welcome to the land of alien. All life is equal now. We are all strange to something. So may we begin. Common denominator being human. How you doing? Yo, FASH, Joey G. Just got mad frustrated, too frustrated on a Sunday, so I had to put the phone down. I done logged in Adult Freestyle, got all the way. I put in the title just right, the description, working on my description box, trying to narrow it in, figuring maybe that's how I lost thousands of views. But yo, is all right. Here we go. So tuning in the description box, start hashtagging it, get down to my very last hashtag, boom, phone shuts off. Guess it wasn't meant to be. So instead of getting very irritant on a Sunday, I figured I'd check in and say what's up to the fam, spend some time with the family. Excuse me, have some coffee. It said FASH, GODZ Kid, Dark Light, Family, FASH Family, FASH Familiar. If they don't know, they better get most familiar. Yo, and talk about some changes in paradigms today. You know, I just had a wild thing come across my phone as I was loading it back on. I was looking at today's message real quick, and it was talking about Jesus' hidden life. And I'm not gonna stay too long on this, although it is a blessed Sunday. Is that I was thinking to myself, I was like, a hidden life, really? I'm like, this gentleman had a flock at all times, attendance at all times, at least a 12 to dozen around him at all times, right? And that's a good segue because it kind of reminds me of, yo, Sir Eminem. I believe I already gave a salute to Dr. Marshall Bruce Mathers III, bro. Marshall B. Mathers III, doctrine dropped, bro. Congratulations. Got a doctrine in humanity. He won up FASH. FASH got the 3.9 GPA. Even I got the doctrine. It's okay. He's got to be there. He's a big bro now. See, you got to be there. You got to be there right now. And congratulations to him, yo. After reaching after he's hit every milestone, every accolade that yo. I might have been part of the sound that yo in there with the tops of the tops, never to be forgotten. The Elvis, the Tupac, the Aerosmith, the Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash, some celebrities, Ric Flair, the Rocks. That's right. Yo, got a lot of material coming this week. Got a lot of material coming up this week. So I'm trying to figure out these descriptions, hashtags, everything like that. See why, what the hindrance is on my station, so that I could get back out there and reach at least the thousands we were touching. We were touching thousands, and now we're touching double digits. But yo, we're gonna get this figured out, kids. So, if anybody new checking in, please like, subscribe. Yo, there's a song out there that I'm really pushing right now that I'd like everybody to go ahead and check out, share to all your friends, and it's called These Are the Days. I corrected the spelling in it, everything in it, so you know it could be found easily in the search engine. These Are the Days, like by FASH, GODZ Kid. Please go ahead and be an honor, privilege, for me to muse that for you. I'd like to see what people think about it. Go ahead and leave comments on it. Let me know what y'all think about the music. It's It's a mixture of musics. There's a couple different cadences. I got some feedback from one of my blessed seeds the other day. Thank them very much. And it's like that. It's like that. I think even my own seed was kind of a little bit amazed at how good I took the criticism, because I think at first he was kind of biting his tongue. I'm like, no, go ahead. I'm in this to win it. We in it to win it. And we're in this to win spiritual growth. Always that. You know what I mean? When I talk wins and treasures and jewels and gems, it's this. We go back to yesterday's live. We're talking about perspective. What would the world look like if there was no sun? It's that. It's where do you put your value at? Wherever you put your value at is what's going to be valuable to that person. The more it grows, it becomes valuable to a community. You know what I mean? I never in my life could figure out why gold was so precious. What was so precious about gold? What did it do extra? Still held up buildings. This did that. That did it. It was like gold looked pretty on fingers. Like, what the heck, man? But I couldn't figure that out ever since a little kid. But it was like, who picked which elements were going to be worth what? It's could we not change them like that if we wanted to? Yes, we can, because we change paradigms all the time. And that's why the double triple salute to Sir Eminem is Sir went out and got a doctorate in humanitarian as a humanitarian. I keep wanting to say both words. In humanity as a humanitarian. And I feel he and fellow muses are absolutely that. I think across the board, major muses should absolutely have doctrines. They've all laid out their life in thesis. You know what I mean? Whether accepted or not. Listen, FASH 3.9 humanity, hoping to go further in college or whatnot, collegiate career, but at the same time, don't really support industry. Very much digging this honest doctrine. And you know what I mean? I'm not saying that should just be handed out to everybody. Absolutely not. But some of these top muses that are touching and influencing people's lives, these are today's prophets, as I like to call them. These are the people who are shaping our world. Then yes, absolutely. From a 9th grade dropout to a doctor, bro. Congratulations, sir. So much respect. And it's from pouring your heart, your soul, and your tears out on this world. Yo, I'm never in competition with the next man. I'm in competition with myself every single day. Fash is dope, bro. Fash is dope. So tomorrow I gotta be doper. But listen, Sir M's always been an influence on my life, and all the sirs have been an influence on my life. I address them, both female and male, however they like to be addressed, as the ma'ams, the sirs, and Mrs. However, this is my blessed skeleton. So I thank you. But yo, look at the impact. Think about what we could do with this. Think about what we could do with this small piece of information. Because he absolutely is a humanitarian. He absolutely did pour out his work to the world. He absolutely did a whole lot of fucking writing. Excuse my language. I'll keep the cussing down. I can keep the cussings down on these. So he absolutely did a whole lot of writing. Fash did a lot of writing to get that 3.9 GPA. He wrote for his entire life, and that's what Fash is doing from here on out. I did the case management work and stuff like that once I got my degree. And as a felon, I come across similar hindrances that won't allow me to get certain jobs and make certain achievements. But at the same time, as the word's developing and we're seeing that there's more to this than just the black and white. There's more to this than just the literature. We know the education. We know that our math is missing something huge. And Fash likes to call that the spiritual element, the X factor, in all collegiates and all academics and all curriculums. Yo, so I was thinking about this as I always say this, and I have more applied it towards treatment type situations, whether it be mental, spiritual, is that every human being is is as unique as their fingerprint. They say every fingerprint is different. Every single fingerprint in this world is different. So if every fingerprint is different, shouldn't this being be treated just as different? Shouldn't their treatment plan be developed to fit their unique circumstances, their needs, their wants, their desires, whatever it be, um, where a core situation dictate. But at the same time, now we get a little bit deeper, and Fash has been saying it for a long time how he got D's and F's in high school, didn't like high school, so it was steady skipping and trying to hang out with the friends and this, that, and the other thing more. And then actually got kicked out of one of the high schools and only got my diploma because I went to summer school. I had to take 2 summer school classes to get my diploma to go to Paris Island. I was all signed up to go to Paris Island and didn't have a diploma. I was screwed. Had to go to summer school, get that diploma. After I already done been a senior, after all that, wicked embarrassing, right? So embarrassed that I said I didn't even show up to my own graduation. Now, Fash, not a big fan of industry nowadays, seeing how a lot of these industries work. Once they get a goal, it's all about the goal, black and white, and it's whatever it takes to get there. And a lot of amendments and evolution needs to be made, right? Changes need to be made as we go along, right? We're human. Humans change. There's different people, circumstances have to dictate, fit, suit the situation. Um, Now, as a high school D's and F's, never in I took one college class in Okinawa when I was in Okinawa, Japan for a year. I took one college class through the University of Texas or something like that. They had a satellite class there on base for us. I took one college class, and I showed up for 2 classes, and I said, I am absolutely all set. Never showed up to another class. I was much more all set getting drunk or kicking it with the homies, the fellow Marines out in Okinawa and chilling and falling back. It wasn't even that. It was just too much for me. It was too much for me. I'm focusing on a job. I was young. I was focusing on a job. I'm focusing. Now they want me to focus in on this curriculum and books, and it was just too much. And I joined the Marine Corps to avoid college because school wasn't my thing. I knew that going through high school. However, never in my life would I thought first I went to prison, but second that whilst I was there, I picked up college material. I picked up Blessed Chaplain, Peg Newman got me with the Jesuits, and they had this little program where they were sponsoring people to go to college. FASH did it, and as I did, once I did my first, they let me do like one course a semester or whatever it is. Once I did my first semester and figured out the whole thing worked, yo, I was telling the whole block I was getting other people to do it. Yo, other people could I got people close by that could testify to this. Other people close by that was able to get college credits in jail because of this lady. And that's why I'm so thankful for all my roots. You got to remember where you came from. So there it was. I did my first class. I got an A. What the heck? All right. That's all I did was apply my life to every question. I took a psychology class. It was Psych 101. That was my first class. And every question they answered me. Yo, I had a crazy ass family, and that's what interests me in the first place. I looked into it. I said, if I was going to take anything in college, I need to take psychology. Yeah, I was a former Marine, 2 years removed, honorably sergeant, stellar Marine, vice president of a company. Absolutely wreck at the house. Absolutely immature, young is what I was, but I didn't know what the heck was going on, man. I was confused. So psychology interests me because I wanted to learn more about myself. So as I dug into this book, I was applying it to myself. I wasn't acting like anybody else was going to read this because I was typing my papers 2-3 o'clock in the morning in the cell, had my bright lights on with the typewriter going, aggravating everybody as my papers getting typed 2-3 in the morning down the cell, down the block. And I had a lot of blessed homies that supported me through that craziness. We think there's a bunch of like hardened criminals, and there is, but at the same time, when a lot of people come together for one cause and all the BS is set aside and these needs and desires are no longer there, you'll find so much more cohesion, so much more that humans actually come together. And see, we divide once we start competing for stuff, and that's why FASH don't like to compete. Fash gives respect to all the proper cards, rap, and all that stuff. I'm just stepping in to do my little 1-2, and that's it. Uh, People's gonna respect me, they're not gonna respect. They're gonna like my work, not like my work. It is what it is. Fash loves the freestyle. It's a good outlet. It's a good outlet for my mind. Um, so here it was. I was in prison and wanted to figure out why I was there. I had 2 children. I was an absent dad now. I was absolutely screwed. Yo, even when I went away to Egypt for like 9 months, even when I went to Egypt, when I had an opportunity, and this is why I say I always try to grow, is when I had an opportunity to better myself. When I went to Egypt, I knew I was failing as I was like 1-2 years into marriage. My son was 1 years old. I didn't get to spend the first 6 months of his life with him because I was in Japan. I only got to hold him for 2 hours, got put on a plane, got sent back to Okinawa. My father had to get me drunk to get on a plane because I was like, fuck this, I'm staying with my son. But I wasn't married to his mother at the time, so the Marines wanted me back. So I had to get back on a plane. I did. So much so I make a quick little humor short to keep this light is that on the way up 95 from New Bedford from New Bedford to Boston, about an hour up 95, and yo he had to put like 10, 12, he had to put a good 10 beers in me to get me on a plane. And Fash was an immature drunk alcoholic. I don't drink nowadays, but back then it was what it was. And Fash's father knew that he was not going to get on that plane. I would literally help my son for 2 hours, and I adore my son. He just came to visit me the other day. Thank you so much. I love him. It's my seed. I love him. And so, you know what I mean? They sent me back to Japan. I'm sorry. That's a PTSD. I still do it. Everybody's as unique as their fingerprint, even Fash. So listen, but this is the thing. We could reach, we could teach, we could bring it in with Fash family. This is what we do. This is the reason why we need so many people, is because everybody has a little something to offer to this big thing I like to call the spherical theory. And you let me break that down too. Let me get my thesis off, and I'll show you how Freud's theories are all relevant and still very useful today. But anyways, all right, disproven supposedly, but anyways, we good. So that one also, I got to really study that book. I really got to get into that book intensely because I took that course upstate as well. So all these courses that I was taking upstate, I didn't have to face the teacher with. So in that factor, I wrote very personal things. Every question that they asked me, I applied it to myself, and I applied it to some factor in my life. If it wasn't me, it was somebody that I knew, because my family, I came from bikers and craziness and all this stuff and blah 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 blah. Came from the hood. So if it wasn't me, I seen her, it was close by. So everything I applied to self. And to me, the teacher was just digging that factor alone. And sure enough, the next course came, I got an A. Next course came, I got an A. I got to do 4 courses up there. I got 4 A's. So I left prison with 4 A's, 16 credits, and at 4.0 at this point. Hitting the streets. It took me a little bit to get back into college. The transition from being locked to being free is absolutely horrible. No matter what they're selling you, whatever they're collecting money for, they're not using it. I got $1 million. I ain't got $1 million. I got a good handful of good homies that can break it down to that will tell you that transition is absolutely false. Or whatever money y'all are giving for is absolutely that's why I say support DMH funding over DOC funding. Twice on Sunday being hey, all right, so back to today. So now I find out, whoa, it goes a little deeper than this. Now Fash started to figure out what his problems was. So the book was Theories of Personality, and they broke down about what I think it was 12 different approaches to psychology, to psychosis. Persona is the Latin word for mask. We all wear masks, even our natural persona. It's the Latin word for mask. Words are nothing but symbolic speech. Fash is trying to teach a lot of this even through rap. How important we are to know that is symbolic symbols. These are symbols we're throwing out there to be received, and you know what I mean. All right, so here we go. We're not going to stay stuck there today. So I started to learn I was just immature. I started to learn I didn't have all these psychoses. So the theories of personality, each of those 12 approaches to psychology had 3 or 4 major theories about that approach, and not all of them were the same. So I was reading about 100 theorists of different approaches to psychology. I tell everybody, get that book. It's called The Theories of Personality. To see a broadened spectrum of how many people can think, and well-developed empathy, because now you'll understand how many other people will think, whether you accept it or not. Not everybody thinks exactly like whatever's in your cortex. A lot of people don't like hearing that, but the world is bigger than us. It is bigger than Joey twice on Sunday, more than infinity cubed on Sunday. Is always bigger than Joey G. It's always bigger than team. It's bigger than universe, bro. It's bigger than we know. It's bigger than we fathom. So why would it just be I? When we go down to Paris Island, we're not allowed to say words like I or you. We're not allowed to use certain pronouns in Paris Island because they don't want us to focus on individual. They want us to focus on team. That's why you hear this Marine, that Marine, drill instructor so-and-so, drill instructor so-and-so. You'll never hear you, him, her. You never, none of that. Down in, there's no pronouns used in Paris Island. Marines, they're not supposed to use pronouns out there. It just is what it is, and it carries on. And I know that's a piece of today's culture. So even like that, as a whole world, as a whole loving world, knowing that I love you, and if you have any love to give back to this world, I want to understand you. If you care to understand FASH and some Marines, maybe sometimes we have a hard time translating some pronouns. I know some elders that have a hard time translating some pronouns on the strength of plurals. Plurals are getting confused. When somebody says they and them, referring to one person, some of the elders are looking around going, who? Because in the dictionary, as we were brought up, these symbols were taught to us as plural definitions. So to expect somebody to switch like that is not reasonable. However, I know acceptable society, loving society. I felt a piece of this loving culture. I know loving culture. I have loving culture surrounding me, bro. I do have loving culture surrounding me. That is what I am blessed for and thankful here on a Sunday. So the strength on curriculum, those 20 theorists that developed that one book would tell you 20 different ways to teach in a way. You have to do it like this. You must do it like this. And that's what industry is. So if we have one industry could control and say, Department of Education in Massachusetts is not the same as the Department of Education in Texas. Now, whoever controls these curriculums, and now more so where they're really trying to push our children, where I'm hearing it even from these children reporting back saying that they're stressed about studying for a certain test because it's a test about a test. The MCATs, all that stuff, that's Bananaville. What do you want from our children? What do you want from our children? Do you want them to be good memorizers? Because at the same time they were doing this to the children in grade school, the MCATs, FASH was taking college, because I did this not too long ago when I got out. I've only been out 10 years. When I got out, I've been to college. I graduated. I got my diploma in 2015. So at the same time they were being taught to only take tests, they were telling us in college, don't think like the book. I want to hear your stuff. So that's what FASH found out later on, is while I was applying everything to myself and I was getting these A's, and I thought that the teacher was just digging that. What the teacher was digging at is that he knew that I knew how to apply the questions that he was asking me. And then when you get to higher learning, college or whatever, that's what they want from you. They want to know not that you can memorize the knowledge, but that you know how to apply it. And that's what I would want for my generation. I would want to know they know how to take care of themselves first, down to this land, not off of Google, down to this land. I would want to know my children could take care of themselves. and then just, I don't know, man. I don't know. And be given their individual treatment plans. The treatment plan being curriculum. We can't have a blanket curriculum for anything. For not even the same block. For not even the same block. It's not even the same for everybody on one block. How's it going to be the same for everybody in school? FASH graduated with over 300 people. Didn't graduate in summer school. You know the story. Anyways, over 300 people in New Bedford High. Senior, only seniors. Right? We're a good sized city. We're a good sized secret city, bro. And broettes, and poets. Nah, just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody respected equally. All life beings. Dr. Eminem, thank you for breaking the ice. And I know you're not, I know there's other doctrines that's been given to muses and artists and everything like that. But yo, if you hear me congratulating you a lot, it's because I really want to promote this. This is a great thing. This is a great thing. Thank you, sir. You have helped us. You have helped us. I can't thank you enough. You have been a true influence in my life. You've been very, present. Thank you. The Marine Corps been present. My father, present. Yo, laugh and joke about the tattoos I got on me. Everything on me means something to me. My roots. I'm learning everything through my mother. The elders' wisdom is important. Some of these older stories about Solomon, reason why I connected to Sir Nas. I want to say Sir Nostradamus, Sir Nas, Sir Nas, Sir Prophet Nas, is that he pushed thoughts of Solomon. Solomon is this. It's a very go out and read books of Solomon. Is an overall paradigm. The paradigm being this paradigm meaning a way. That's all. The word paradigm is a $10 word for a way to think. Like the way the world thinks is a world paradigm. The way I think is my paradigm. Social paradigms, media paradigms. All right. All right. Dr. Dre, Dr. E paradigms. No. Okay, here we go. So got a little frustrated trying to make that video today. Figured to come out here and share just for a little bit. Like I said, I got to get over here to this brunch coming up. I'd like to thank everybody for checking in. Big love. What do FASH family, west to east. So I just like to thank everybody for checking in and whatnot. I can hear the families calling out. That must mean the breakfast is done. I'm just trying to think if I forgot any last minute thoughts here. Last minute thoughts is just that one little it wasn't even a meme, it was a story, so I'm actually gonna go look at it, but it kind of baffled me when it said the secret life of Jesus, and I was just like, how? And then it's just like, sir, he went through the struggles of having the crowd around him and having people around him and celebrities doing all that stuff, but look at it paid off. God bless him. God bless his family. I hope they're very proud of him. I know I am just as a fan, so I couldn't even imagine. Respect. All respect, full respect. Let's keep feeding these changes of paradigm, you know what I mean? Whether it be, and that's what it is. I would want my kids to be able to live for themselves, feed off the land, and be able to use their frontal cortex. So like this is, if it's a combination of things, maybe we teach them more of the basics, why they want to go out there and play in the dirt. And then, maybe afterwards, by then we go by a fingerprint, whether it's vocational, whether it's technology, whether it's personal, whether it's social. And we got to have people out there helping kids navigate through this. That's very important. All right, everybody. I love y'all. Thank you for checking in on Sunday. I believe this is a very important message. Please share it. Always peace, love. Talk to you soon. Peace.